Hey there, have you ever wondered about the power of a name? Well, let's chat about Meghan Markle's cool new business, American Riviera Orchard. Pretty catchy, huh? But can a name like that really make a business successful? Hello, friends. Welcome to the King YouTube channel, and please help friends by pressing the subscribe button because subscribing is free. Thank you so much, friends. Well, folks, for months, all of last year, we were buzzing with curiosity about Meghan Markle's secret project. We couldn't even guess what it might be, but we knew it would be interesting. Now, the secret's finally out, and we've learned all about her new lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. Some folks have raised eyebrows at the name, saying it's a bit strange. So, the folks at the Daily Mail wanted to know what Meghan Markle thought about the name of her new lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. According to their headline, Meghan believes it's just perfect and authentic. PR experts suggest she might have left her name off due to her declining popularity in the US. Well, no surprises there. Meghan always thinks her ideas are spot on, and if something goes wrong, well, it's never her fault, right? So, as you may have heard, last week Meghan launched American Riviera Orchard with a video on social media. And guess what? She's also set to star in a new Netflix cooking show as part of this venture. According to reports from the Daily Mail, royal watchers didn't hold back in their criticism of the name. They called it pretentious and a bit of a word salad, with even former Dragon's Den star Duncan Bannatyne chiming in to say it's nonsensical. And you know what? It kinda is. American Riviera Orchard, it's like, what even is that? Apparently, Meghan named it after the area where Montecito is located, known as the American Riviera. But still, an orchard? What kind of orchard are we talking about here? Apples, oranges. Montecito isn't exactly known for its orchards anyway. It seems like Meghan was going for this rustic back to basics vibe, which, let's be real, doesn't exactly scream her style. So, according to a source who claims to be close to Meghan and Harry, speaking to People magazine, Meghan really does love this name. The insider insisted it feels authentic to her. Well, I guess if Meghan thinks it's perfect, then it must be, right? Even though authenticity isn't exactly her strong suit. It's kind of wild, isn't it? Unlike the Kardashians who don't go around preaching about how genuine they are, Meghan seems to miss the mark on authenticity. At least the Kardashians own up to being vapid and fame hungry. They don't pretend to be something they're not. Meghan still seems fixated on convincing everyone that she's this super genuine person with an authentic personality. But let's be real, nobody's buying it. And now a PR expert has chimed in on why Meghan might have left her name out of the branding. They suggest it could be because of her dwindling popularity in America. And honestly, I can see why. Meghan's best shot at success with this business might be if people don't know she's behind it. Just last month, a survey by Newsweek revealed that Meghan was only liked by 31% of Americans and disliked by a whopping 30%. That's not great considering she used to be at plus 15 in December. So was this the right time to launch a new venture? Probably not, but Meghan seems convinced it was. And let's face it, waiting until she's popular again? That's just not in the cards. So, Mr. Amira, a PR expert, told the Mail Online that Meghan and Harry's strategies for personal branding have been evolving, especially after the backlash to their Netflix documentary. He mentioned that they've been less eager to directly link their names and faces with their projects. Last summer, PR advisors speculated that this shift might be due to their own team advising them to take a step back from the spotlight. Given this, Meghan launching a lifestyle brand without her name or image seems consistent with their recent approach. It's like a private label strategy, aiming to reduce Meghan's exposure while letting the brand develop its own identity. It's similar to what Gwyneth Paltrow did with Goop. The expert continued, explaining that Gwyneth Paltrow can use her celebrity status to promote her brand when necessary, but the brand isn't solely dependent on her. Keeping the founder separate from the brand can also be a smart move for future plans, like selling the brand. It's easier to sell a brand that doesn't rely solely on one person for its presence in the market. So could it be that Meghan Markle has finally taken some advice from PR experts? Could it be that she's realizing people aren't exactly crazy about her? Maybe she's understanding that toning down self-promotion could be the key to making money. Only time will tell. In the next few weeks, as the website launches, we'll get a better idea of what this new business is all about. Will it be a success? We'll have to wait and see. In other news, the ongoing feud between Donald Trump and Prince Harry is still making headlines. Now, Donald Trump is adding fuel to the fire by threatening to deport Harry from the US if he wins the presidency again. It's no secret that Trump isn't a big fan of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. This feud has been going on for quite some time. Trump claims he'll kick Harry out of the US if it's found he lied on his visa application. Speaking to Nigel Farage in an interview with The Independent, the former US president made it clear that Harry wouldn't receive any special treatment if Trump were to return to the White House this year. Well, I have to say, I'm not exactly Trump's biggest supporter, but someone needs to ensure fairness here. If Harry did lie on his visa application, which I suspect he did, it wouldn't be fair for him to stay in the US just because of his royal status. Giving preferential treatment based on titles goes against what America stands for. So currently, Harry is entangled in a legal battle over his US visa application. He's already admitted to past drug use in his book, Spare Now. He's suggesting he might not have been entirely truthful in the book. But really, Harry, which version is the truth? A liar is a liar, after all. It's hard to believe he was honest on his visa application if he lied just to sell books. Something doesn't quite add up here. And this isn't the first time Donald Trump has spoken out about Harry. Remember back in 2016 when Meghan called Trump misogynistic and divisive before the presidential election. She decided to voice her opinions on politics, urging Americans not to vote for Trump, claiming, "You don't really want that kind of world." Then, 3 years later, Trump fired back, calling Meghan nasty before a visit to the UK. He told The Sun, "I didn't know that," adding, "I didn't know she was nasty," in response to her comments about him. In 2020, Trump made it clear he wasn't a fan of Meghan, especially after she and Harry were vocal in supporting Biden. He stated, "I'm not a fan of hers. I wish a lot of luck to Harry. He's going to need it." Trump's disdain for both of them was evident. Then, in both 2021 and 2022, Trump continued to speak out about Meghan and Harry during interviews with Piers Morgan and Nigel Farage. He didn't hold back, expressing his belief that Harry had been mistreated and that his marriage had strained his relationship with his family and caused pain for the Queen. And honestly, when you're right, you're right. You're right. He also mentioned Harry's invitation to the coronation, expressing surprise that Harry was invited given his past remarks. Trump found Harry's book, Spare, to be horrible and criticized Meghan for disrespecting the Queen. And now he's back to discussing deporting Harry if he indeed lied. If that's the case, Harry should face the consequences. It's kind of amusing that a potential presidential candidate is so focused on criticizing the Sussexes. Perhaps Trump sees them as a safe target, as their actions aren't exactly divisive. In fact, it seems like most Americans, and Brits too, agree that they've behaved poorly towards the royal family and wish they'd just quiet down and stay out of the limelight. I believe these reports shed light on the ongoing tension between Meghan, Harry, and Donald Trump. It's clear there's a lot of animosity between them, with Trump not holding back in his criticism. Whether it's about Harry's past actions or Meghan's perceived disrespect towards the Queen, Trump isn't shy about sharing his opinions. However, it's important to consider multiple perspectives and not let personal biases cloud our judgment. Overall, these events highlight the complexities of relationships and the impact of public figures on the political landscape. If you found this video informative, please consider liking and sharing it with others who may find it interesting too. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with future content. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Have a fantastic day.